And we're live.
There you go.
So one of the things PKA told me and totally sold me after I was convinced. I'm just gonna grab it real quick. Just 1 second.
I don't know what this could possibly be.
It could be an auto blow.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
I bet it's gonna be that.
It's not a dildo this time. They're baby wipes.
Oh, that's my influence, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I have enough money.
They have a bidet.
I have enough money.
I have
for
enough
5
money,
houses and some baby wipes.
I gotta step up my lifestyle a little bit. So I'm not like I'll buy expensive cars or fly private jets or whatever, right? I'm there in the store. Yes, I'm there in the store. I go, I'm gonna spend a little bit more money and I'm gonna buy baby wipes. And it has been wow.
So you want to take it one more
Wow.
level higher and get a portable bidet, and you take that thing with you everywhere. Yeah.
I didn't know portable bidets existed.
I like the baby
yeah.
wipes.
You just set that bad boy up. You're good to go.
That's a huge waste of money. Just put your ass in
You
the
just hook it up to the hose outside and like you run it in through the house. And...
You're like, all right, let me turn it on.
It's a true revolution.
They're outstanding.
No more,
do you have a bidet too? Do you have?
I don't. Nowhere in the house. No, I think they got removed because we do have the drinking stuff.
We have a bidet, and that's kind of cool too. Like it's basically warm water with remarkable aim, and just you wouldn't know it.
Be the operator down there, like, all right, little.
Is that you know how they say in America? I don't know if they say other places where they're like, hey, if you shake more than 3 times, you're playing with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Europe, is it like, Hans, if you sit on the bidet for more than a few minutes, you're just playing with your asshole, and then you have to like come in there and get them off. Where it's like, hey, how long have you been cleaning your ass?
Dude,
not too long.
Like cleaning on the.
It's the cleanest butt ever. Like you can clean your butt in the shower, but you're not. I mean, typically getting like direct jets on your butt.
You get that detachable line.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too.
I always do a handstand in the shower to fix that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, there's workarounds.
You get your asshole as close as possible in the shower head.
But yeah, the bidet is pretty good. The wet wipes are good too, though. They're outstanding.
They get everything. Like with paper, it's like you said.
In your heart, it's not
clean,
right?
Right. If you stick your hand in shit, you don't go, hey, it's clean.
No, you wouldn't.
If somebody got a little bit of shit, of your human shit on your arm, you wouldn't be like, give me a paper towel.
And it'd be like, it's fine.
I need to go take a full shower and scour the filth from my body.
Right.
Like if you get used to a baby wipe feeling ass, and then you have to take a public shit, and you realize you've got one ply.
Yeah. So now when I go traveling, I bring baby wipes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, it's. I was like, I had to use regular toilet paper again. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. Plus, you can be precise. Sometimes 1 wipe, right? Sometimes 2, 3. With toilet paper, it's like, and
it
it's
could
coming.
be 5
and
or
it's
something,
you're wiping,
and you're still going.
Yeah.
And it's 5 like patches, not just five slices, but it's like you're going.
Each slice is 5 slices. It's 25 slices. Yeah.
You get like five wipes, and it's not never 1 piece of paper because that's too thin. So
nobody ever uses toilet paper with like 1 square or 2 squares at a time. That's bananas.
Yeah.
You should be more frugal. I take 1 square and then split the plies.
You split it.
Now there are 2.
And then rip it apart.
Put it back together then.
Yeah, wet wipes are the bomb. I keep a pack in my truck, and if I ever have to go in the woods, I can leave the woods cleaner than most people leave their bathrooms.
When's the last time you guys all shat in the woods?
It's been a while, but
or just out in the wilderness, woods.
I think 5 years ago when I was on a road trip, had some. I didn't know I was lactose intolerant, so I just had some running diarrhea, and I was like, I need to have a shit, and I just ran out pulled my pants down, started shitting, and obviously all my mates were like, let's take pictures. So in the middle of the night, I went on their shit, deleted everything. So there was,
Wait, their phones
no
weren't
proof of
locked?
shit. Well, it was on the computer. They were like ready to share it and shit.
Oh, they're on the cloud. Yeah.
They like uploaded it.
Somewhere
and-
out there are those Kwebbelkop shitting pics.
Nah, it's all
Hopefully on
gone. I made
TMZ
sure
any
it's
day
all
now.
removed.
It's all gone.
That's funny.
I was going shooting with someone or a couple people. This was like a while back, and it was like just a small hill. No forest, no trees close by, just desert and small tufts of plants. And I realized, like, I don't know, a mile into this wilderness, it's like I need to take a shit, and it is not going to last until I get back home. Like, it's not, there's no chance. It's not a maybe I can hold it. It's not a perhaps I can ask them to pull off on a gas station after we're done shooting. Keep in mind, this is the middle of the day of shooting. This isn't like we're wrapping it up. Like, we still got hours ahead. I was just like, I'm gonna have to take a shit. I don't have any supplies to use, and I don't have anywhere to go because this is mainly a large flat area, and there's not many places to hide. But where we ended up shooting the clays for the next time, we were at the bottom of the hill, or the bottom of a very small slope. Truck was there, and we were shooting off this way, and the slope came up about this much, a tiny little slope. Like, you wouldn't even hardly notice it. And so I had to, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And what I would usually do is turn around where I was standing and pee where I felt, because whatever, it's fine. But if you start running away after you say I have to go to the bathroom, people are like, yes, take a shit. And so I have to go to the bathroom, and so I start doing like the quick walk, which very quickly becomes a slow jog, all the way up that incline and then down like probably 80 yards the other way on the other side of that slope, because I had to go so fucking far to make sure that they couldn't just see right over it, like the horizon. And I just squatted, took both my socks off, and used my socks on my hands like that.
You put them on your hands.
Yeah, I put them on my hands, and then I used it like that, and then I would go like this. I go, all right, this side's ruined, but I don't have enough faith in myself to finish the job on that other sock. Who knows what kind of carnage is back there? So you flip the hand and kind of like a little like that.
Yeah.
And
Taylor,
it was
there
not great.
something unhealthy about either your colon or your diet? I don't have
Taylor
this
takes
many,
so many shits.
like emergency shits and problem shits and
Taylor, how many times have
Yeah.
you pooped a day?
Once.
How often do you guys poop?
I usually am once a day, and
Me
the
too,
last
me too.
week has been mayhem. Complete mayhem. I didn't shit the first, I think, 3 days I was here. I think it was at least like the first 2 days I didn't shit. It was to the point where I was eating all that food. I'm like, this is just worrisome. This is like something's got to give.
just like packing
Where
more
is it
wadding
all
in a
piling
musket,
up?
just shove it.
just continue. Maybe if I put more chicken
be a
wings
big
on
one.
top of it, it'll push it through. Speaking of, oh no, never mind.
I have a pretty funny shit story.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I told it last time, but I got my tonsils removed, and they gave me painkillers. So for 2 weeks, I had to get these crazy, super strong, almost morphine painkillers every single day, and so I didn't have any pain, right? So I would take the painkillers and then start having a super weird diet, because I couldn't eat much, because there's pretty much like it's all open in your throat, you can hardly swallow stuff, and I'm eating baby food and stuff. And a week in, I realized I hadn't taken a shit. 7 days in.
Painkillers.
And
can do that.
obviously, the first thing I think about is it's because I've had a shit diet, a terrible diet. I've been eating baby food and like it's just smoothies all day. And then I realized, what if it's the painkillers suppressing the fact that I have to go for a shit? So I decided, okay, how about I sit through the pain for a second one night, and I wait until the painkillers wear off a little bit. So I did, and all of a sudden I can literally just feel it, like here, like there's just a shit there, right? So I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? Because obviously, if you hold a shit for a week, it becomes really, really hard. So at one point, I decided, okay, I'm gonna
Was
go
your
to the
grandmother
toilet.
around?
No, my mom, but she was passed out because this was back when I was still living at home.
This is good. You
So
don't want her remembering.
no. I know about that story. So I'm there on the toilet trying to take a shit for about an hour, nothing, right? This is I compared
You're
it
gonna
to
blow
King
out an
Kong's-
O-ring. Carry on.
King Kong's little finger, his pinky finger trying to come out of your ass. And eventually, at one point, I was like, "Fuck it," right? And I just pushed as hard as I could. And I was scared she was gonna, because
You're
stuff
just
can
gonna
happen.
drop out
Yeah.
Stuff can happen when you
like a
push too
badly
hard.
bagged grocery. Just
And eventually I took a shit, and for some reason, I swear this has to be some stuff in my subconscious. I was proud of it. I was proud that I took such a big shit. It's like I delivered a baby. It's legit.
Courage at least.
I took pictures of it, okay, and I still have these pictures.
I
I
told you
don't share them,
Kwebbelkop shit
but
pictures were
I'll
coming
hold them
out.
back. It was this big, like this big of a shit, like a really solid, hard shit.
Compare it to an object that we would see in the day-to-day world.
Okay. Well, microphone, like the bottle. It was that long.
No!
This long,
You
but
shit a
obviously,
24-ounce
no
bottle?
obviously, the width of my.
All right, well, what kind of girth are we talking
asshole.
about?
the width of my
I'd
Three
say a
fingers.
banana. The
Okay.
thickness of a banana.
That's
And
a
it was
powerful poop.
hard. And that's how, I don't know. I was super proud of it. Took a picture, and then I was like, okay, Jordy, I'm pretty sure you're not into men. Because I went through that pain. I was like, never again,
were you able to just get it all out at once, or was it like you forced it and it was so
solid.
thick?
It's
Oh.
solid. It was like it was hanging, It didn't break. It was just one piece. Just
one
came
piece.
out.
So you didn't have to do like the bolt cutter asshole thing where you're like you give it a wig and you're like this isn't coming. And then you
No.
Rocking back
was
and forth.
everything
Like,
in
come
one go.
on!
Yeah. So that was my embarrassing.
You have to
kind
kick
of
him
fun shit.
loose! Kick him loose!
Of course, I can't do it, but every so often when I get like an exceptional poop, like that looks like there's half a liter in volume there. I want to weigh it. The weight is what I really want to like. How much lighter did I just get? Like
Yeah.
there has to
You
be.
just weigh yourself before you do it.
Well, if I knew that the poop was going to be that extraordinary, that would be
Oh,
the
you
way
do
to
it
go.
every time, and you take very, very detailed notes, like the rest of us do.
post Thanksgiving shit. Like my
Don't you
first,
read my blog?
my first shit after Thanksgiving.
Measurements.
My first shit after Thanksgiving. I always feel like I could I could jump higher. I'm-
Right?
Like I got so much weight off that it's like, man, I really didn't think I ate 4 pounds of turkey and ham, but I did.
There's a picture, guys.
You just think that's a
His
piece of
poop.
your shit.
Oh my god!
And I'm
Why
not
am I
joking.
opening it?
Well,
I'm
just
not
sent us a picture
joking.
Of a huge turd in a toilet.
Dude, that is
It's enormous. It looks.
It
It
is.
looks like at first glance, I was like, oh, there's a snake in your toilet. Ah! Oh, that's terrible. That's
I went
terrible.
I was like I guess poop sleuthing when I was
Yeah.
a little kid and we were in elementary school, and I remember going into the bathroom at one point to go pee or whatever, and I went into one of the stalls and there was a shit that was so big sitting in that bowl that it couldn't even submerge under the water all the way. It was like part of it was peeking out like an iceberg, and it was as
Nice.
big as this can of Monster Energy. Almost. It was so girthy that I was like shocked as a kid. I was like, what? What could this? I was maybe 9, 10. And there was a friend.
Was it an
and
elephant?
I never thought of it after that. I was just like, that is the biggest fucking shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Where's the man's body? Who laid that?
No, I
Could have
couldn't imagine.
survived.
I thought for the 2 or 3 years that it had to be the janitor at our school. And of course, it ended up not being the case. 2 or 3 years later, I'm over at a friend's house and I have to take a shit. And I go into their bathroom in the basement, and there is an unflushed shit sitting in the toilet at my friend's house. And I was like, that's disgusting. And I look at it. and it's the same size shit to a T. It is the only shit that size. And I realized that my friend, he was the one who has these enormous girthy shits. I never brought it up because it's not something that you do in good company. But, it's interesting to be like, anyone you know could be a big shitter.
I forget what it was. My father's had some poop related health issue or whatever, and my brother, as a kid, didn't flush reliably, right? And he's a grown man now, I'm sure he does. But as a kid growing up, like sometimes he'd forget. And it just came up. My father was like, I can tell that Pat is healthy. He does not have any problems in this category, because he was laying some logs out there. And I'm like, am I okay? And he's like, I don't know. You always flush. If you'd stop flushing, I'd know. And that was a little moment from my childhood. There you go.
We've all had a nice poop moment or two, or a great poop moment in Kwebb's case. There, thank you.
I deleted it. I'm like, I don't want to be looking at this
for
the next hour or so.
I showed it to the fans. So,
and here's a couple of poops I took after a couple of,